It's about respect. It's about loyalty. It's about treating each other right, and and keeping your ego in check.
Yeah,
so huge. My mother used to tell me that I was gonna be just like my father and not amount to anything and things like that, and I was gonna be pumping gas into my friends' cars. My mom did a lot of shit like that, and I'm not saying that that's what drove me, but that didn't hurt. You know what I mean? Is I always knew what I wanted to do. I think if you look at most people right now, like if you went to any college campus anywhere in the world and asked these kids, what's your major and what do you want to do for the rest of your life? They'd be like, well, I'm taking political science, but I think I'm going to switch to this and that. They don't know. They're going to college because they were told that if they didn't go to college, they'd never get a good job, they'd never get this, they'd never get that. If you know what you want to do, you wake up every day and you work toward that goal. It's so much easier when you know what you want. Did some paving early on in my life. That's real work. That's a real fucking job. Like I was like 17, 18 years old. I felt like I had one foot in the grave working that job.
Sure.
And I knew I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life. You find out what hard work really is. Then I worked in the hotel business, and I had a couple of jobs. The one thing that I realized young is I didn't want to work for anybody else. I wanted to work for myself. I knew I wanted to be in the fight business. I didn't care what aspect of it was, and I also knew that I was young enough that if things didn't work out, I could always go back and pave roads and be a bellman at a hotel and things like that. That job was always going to be available. So I took all the risks at a young age. If you don't take risks, you will never succeed, ever. If you look at the landscape at that time and you say, I want to be in the fight business.
Yeah.
First of all, what the fuck does that even mean? What does being in the fight business mean? And how's there money in that? And, it wasn't just like wasn't what people considered a normal job. And when I was 26, I proposed to my wife and I was getting married and, then you're getting married, then you start doing all the shit like, fuck, when do I need to grow up now? And, I want to be in the fight business. And then you start getting sucked into all the things that people put in your head, 401k, health insurance, retirement and all this other stuff. So I was involved in boxing. Then I had boxing gyms in Vegas and I went out and cut these deals and built these gyms. Really what we ended up buying for $2 million with those 3 letters, UFC. And, there was a horrible stigma attached to the UFC back then, but whether bad or good, you knew what the UFC was. Yeah. And we believed there was value there. But what I believe is that the Fertittas are such good businessmen, there's a gut. Yeah. Everything is in a gut. I don't care what you do. Anybody who does anything fucking great goes off their gut and what they're feeling and what they think they should do at the moment, that day, or whatever the deal is. And I think in his gut, he woke up the next day and said, "I'll shut this down." Then we got to the point where we were going to invest the last $10 million into the Ultimate Fighter. Right? And again, that's all a gut. Your business gut said, "Fucking let's do it." Me, I didn't go to Ivy League schools and I didn't go to any of this stuff. But I've spent my whole life learning about focusing on the fight business. And, I always thought that I know what fans want. I know what fans want to see.
Yeah.
I know the fights that need to be made. I've been really good at finding young, up-and-coming talent. So when you put those two things together, the Fertittas and me, it was a home run. There was definitely no money for the Ultimate Fighter in the UFC, but it was better. See, what you don't understand is because Spike TV didn't believe in it, because none of the sponsors believed in it, we retained 100% of the rights of everything. So while at the time it hurt and it sucked, but when the thing took off like a rocket ship, the fact that we retained 100% of the rights was a home run for us. It was unheard of at the time. It forced us it forced us to build a business that we really didn't need the help from anybody.
Yeah.
We ended up, so what we did was we ended up building a real business and essentially owning 100% of our own league because nobody believed. We go into the finale, we have no deal, nothing. And Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner end up putting on that fight. And the numbers during the fight were just like this.
That was live?
Yeah, and this is before social media or any of that stuff. So people were picking up the phones and calling their friends, telling them to turn on this fight. People were stomping their feet, and it sounded like a train was going through the arena. And at the end of the fight, people were chanting, one more round, one more round. And then on the cuff, I go in there and on the fly, give them both contracts. The place goes crazy. And I knew when that fight was over, it didn't matter if we did another deal with Spike. We did it. We made it. We were going somewhere. That night, they take us out into the back alley, and we cut a new deal on a napkin. Literally written on a napkin, the new deal for our new deal on Spike TV. The other crazy thing about The Ultimate Fighter is we didn't want to do it. We didn't want to do a fucking reality show.
Did it seem
Who
cheesy?
wants to do a reality show? They're cheesy. They're fucking this, they're that.
Yeah.
We didn't want to do a reality show. We're actually trying to be a fucking sport.
100%.
And we're gonna do a reality show and look behind the scenes, and these guys are getting drunk and fighting in the fucking house and shit. You know what I mean? So not what we wanted to do, but what we had to do.
Yeah.
Whenever we do something, like I'm getting involved in boxing now, and I always set up a 5-year plan. We have a 5-year plan, lay out what we're gonna do, where we wanna be, and how do you get there? Because I always believe that you have to, you can't go anywhere without a fucking map, right? You have to have a map to go anywhere. So you have to lay out your map. And it's easy to get caught up in the daily bullshit and forget where you had to go. So as long as you lay it out, and I'm a very visual person, the only thing I focus on every day, production, new up and coming talent, and the fights. Those are the core of the business. One of the things that I've been very good at is finding the right people to surround you with. Get your work done. Do what needs to be done. You know what your fucking job is. You know why I hired you. You know what you need to do. Do it and get it done. And you'll never hear a fucking peep from me, right? As long as you're doing your job, you ain't gonna hear from me. You know when you work at a normal job, like you get 4 days for vacation or whatever your deal is, right? I don't give a fuck where you go on vacation or how long you take. Do your job. Get your job done, and you'll never hear a word from me. That's how I run the business. Listen, I demand excellence from my fucking people. Like when we do what we do it the best, and we do it better than anybody else does. But it doesn't mean you're not a fucking human being and you don't have a personal life, and that doesn't matter to me. Check your feelings at the fucking door and do your job. It's just not how we run our business. It makes you happier. It makes you happier as a human being. When everything is good in your personal life, it spills over into your work life.
I agree.
What's happening, well, I don't know what the future's going to be like. Well, now I'm in it, and it's awesome, and I love it, and it's great, and it all worked out. But I didn't know that then.
Of course.
I think the reality is that I love it so much, I can't imagine not doing it. I think I would be a miserable human being if I wasn't doing it. You should never become that person. No matter how much fucking money you make or any of that, life is never about money. If it's about money, you already fucked up. You already blew it. You missed the whole picture on what it's supposed to be about. Listen, if you work hard and you love what you do, and everything is perfect in your personal life, the money should fucking come along. It should be part of the gig. If you think you have problems now, sprinkle a fucking few $1 million on top of it, and I promise you, the problems will will grow beyond belief. It can never be about the money. You need to be a happy fucking person in your life or you're never going to be happy with money. It's funny too, you meet these people that are like, if I had money, I'd fucking be in great shape. I'd get a fucking trainer and a chef and everything else. No, you won't. You're going to fucking eat worse than you eat now, and you're going to eat fucking crazier food. Money will not make you skinny. It won't make you fucking happy. It won't make you fucking, you know, a better person. It's not going to make you, you're either that person or you're not.
Yeah.
Period.
Big time.
Chip, Dana, congratulations on your first show. That's got to feel good.
Thank you very much, James. I appreciate it.